Jankowski's been pulled back in favor of a pinch hitter. Jose Garcia's grabbed a bat. Might it come down to a major league rookie making his first ever postseason appearance as a pinch hitter? That would be the case if the opportunity falls to Garcia. A ball and 2 strikes. Somehow able to stay alive. What a chance at redemption for Aquino, who once again was shuttled back and forth from the alternate training site no fewer than 4 times this year.
Drafted 10 years ago as a 16-year-old from Dominican Republic, occupying Eric the Red's number 44.
Ball and 2 strikes to Aquino. Again, it's hard to imagine the fact that both starters were so good in this one because we've gotten so deep into each bullpen. But Max Fried went 7 shutout innings with 5 strikeouts. Bauer 7 2/3, striking out 12, a new Reds postseason franchise record. Still a ball and 2 strikes with the bases loaded. Made him chase, and there are 2 gone.
And a terrific pitch here by Minter. All the pitches, first change up there, you see him turn it over. And that's a swing that is a residual, seeing fastballs in, sliders in. This time the change up away. And a beauty.
So Jose Garcia is in fact announced to pinch hit here for Jankowski. He was summoned from the alternate training site on the 20th or 26th rather of August, and started at shortstop for the majority of Cincinnati's games down the stretch.
Matt, his numbers tell a story. 68 plate appearances, 1 walk, and 26 strikeouts. And you wonder if that's what Rick Kranitz is talking about right now.
Boy. You know, obviously David Bell is more familiar with this personnel than any of us, and he obviously thinks that this is the proper play to give Garcia the chance instead of Jankowski.
So, Matt, let me give you the good news and the bad news. Is be careful early first pitch. He's coming out hacking. The good news for the Reds is, or the bad news for the Braves, a walk is a run, a wild pitch is a run, a hit by pitch is a run. So while you got to be careful, you still have to be under control.
Broke his bat, grounded a shortstop, and the Braves get out of it. Unbelievable. Bases loaded, 1 away, and we're going to the bottom of the 13th, still without a run. Damage once again. Back-to-back innings that the Reds had loaded the bases. This time it was with 1 away, and somehow A.J. Minter was able to get out of the jam and keep it a scoreless game as we head to the bottom of the 13th. Atlanta has the bottom of their order: Markakis, Riley, and Acuna, and another chance to walk it off. And a pitching change for Cincinnati as Archie Bradley takes over on the mound for the Reds. Bradley, of course, acquired at the deadline from the Arizona Diamondbacks, one of their primary relief options in his time in the desert. Low back tightness kind of slowed him down in the late stages of the season. He had 5 scoreless outings to start his career as a Red after the trade, before giving up a solo homer to Edwin Encarnacion in his last outing. And here we go with Archie Bradley now, and in and out of the shadows. Nick Markakis will start things here in the bottom of the 13th.
And for Bradley, as a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer, curveball, change, only giving up 1 home run all year.
So we've talked about the records that have been set in this game already, and here's another one for the Braves. If they win it, they'll obviously do it walk-off style, and it would become the latest the Braves have ever claimed a walk-off win by innings in their postseason history. Was that a look of disbelief on Walt Weiss's face? Because we have the same one. There's a leadoff knock for Markakis. We've said it before, but the winning run is on to start the inning. The Braves had that same thing in the 10th and in the 12th. Leadoff hit, leadoff base runner reaches, and Nick's going to be pinch run for it.
Fastball here in. Good count, good swing. Look how flat the swing is on top of the baseball. Good hitting.
Pinch runner is Christian Pache. Exciting rookie outfielder. Will represent the winning run for Austin Riley now with nobody out. 13 innings was the longest that a game went during the regular season. That was in part due to the extra innings rule. Helped mitigate the long ones.
And Bradley could be slow to the plate, so he's a pitcher you can run on.
And you're talking about a young pinch runner who in his time in the minor leagues, 58 stolen bases, 96 attempts.
Speed, the primary asset of Pache. It's a good looking fastball that missed low apparently, and it's 2-0 now. New major league records for strikeouts in a postseason game. The longest scoreless postseason game ever played. 3-0 now.
Matt, I remember a story. Being David Bell's teammate in 2000, I played with the great Ricky Henderson. We were in the 13th inning or so, and he was leading off. I was hitting third. Stanley Javier was hitting second.
Riley has a base hit just past the dive at shortstop, and the winning run's at second now. The Pache got a little froggy on base there.
Back-to-back 2 good swings for the Braves. Level swing, good contact. So Ricky Henderson says to me, "Hey, Rod, 13th inning, I'm leading off. Ricky don't get paid for extra innings, so I'm going to walk. Javi will bump. I'm going to steal second. Javi will bump me to third. You give me a sac fly. Let's go have some dinner." That's exactly what happened. Walk, stolen base, bunt, sac fly.
Here's Acuna now. He's doubled today. A base hit wins it for the Braves. Houston has just won it in Minnesota. A 2-game sweep. And the Astros survive. They'll take on the winner of the White Sox Oakland series, and the A's have a 5-0 lead, trying to stave off an elimination in that one. A wild day. A ball and no strikes to Acuna. 2-0 now.
Matt, you know where the Astros advanced to play, right?
They would play in Oakland.
They would play in Dodger Stadium.
Oh, at Dodger Stadium against the Oakland A's. Oh,
wow.
Thick with irony. Or the White Sox.
Or the White Sox, right.
Oh, man.
Oh, my.
2-0 to Acuna. Grounded to third. The Reds will be satisfied with the out at second base as they force Riley.
Nice play here defensively. Good pitch, jam shot. The slide. And now, even though it's first and third, Matty, I think I walk Freeman here. I would load the bases. Little unconventional.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
And have the force play at every base.
It's going to be off for Bradley. Amir Garrett's going to try to get out of this mess. Pitching change. We'll be right back.
Jump shot.
At the ballpark, they're as encouraged as they've been all day that their team can finally close this one out. In terms of the American League, the Astros closed out the Twins. That one's done. Houston advances to the ALDS. They'll get the winner of the White Sox-A's series. That's in progress with Oakland on top 5-0. Blue Jays and Rays are also underway. And we've got the Yankees and Indians coming up in about 2 hours. Amir Garrett will try to mitigate this situation with runners at the corners and one away. Winning run 90 feet away with less than 2 out. Garrett was spectacular during the regular season. There is virtually no wiggle room for him here. Check out the infield alignment. Nick Castellanos is in from right. So they've effectively closed right field. And they've loaded up to try to prevent that run from scoring.
And Freeman just had a walk-off about 4 days ago here versus the Red Sox.
Check this out. Castellanos from right. He's playing third base. That moves Suarez to the shortstop spot. And they've loaded up the right side of the infield.
And remember, Castellanos came up as a third baseman.
This is fascinating. A blooper, a fly ball, a jam shot,
a walk.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Matt, we talked before about how Freddie Freeman this year, as great as he's been, he definitely has struggled more against lefties. His OPS about 500 points lower.
Buster, this shadows don't make it any easier. That was a very defensive swing.
And the Braves have won it. Who else but Freddie Freeman to deliver the walk-off blow? Boy, it didn't come easily. The only run of the game in the bottom half of the 13th. Almost 5 hours after this one began.
Right man, right spot for the Braves. Little cement mixer. And the swing and the approach that will probably bring the MVP for Mr. Freeman this year. Dale Murphy, Chipper Jones, Freeman, the face of the Atlanta Braves,
Put him
comes
on
up.
Mount Rushmore. You got it. Freddie Freeman walks it off. A number of major league and franchise records set on this wild afternoon in Atlanta. We got a couple hours to have a bite to eat. I don't have enough time to write down the lineups for the Yankees and Indians game. That's our next piece of business as the fall frenzy continues. The Braves 1-0 winners in their opener against the Reds. For Alex Rodriguez, Buster Olney, Matt Vasgersian coming up next. The conclusion of the White Sox and A's. Dave Fleming and Jess Mendoza on the call. We'll see you at 7 o'clock for the Indians and Yankees.